Now that the budget is done and dusted, eNCA's Monique Mortlock is in various parts of Cape Town this morning. She's with the people, gauging their views on the budget. Monique, people have had the night to sleep on the budget and really digest it. What's the mood where you are?
Yes, now yesterday we heard from many economists and even some politicians that they are fairly optimistic about this year's budget following the finance minister's speech yesterday. Today I'm speaking to ordinary citizens, to businesses and also to the social service sector. But to chat to us a bit more about the business side of things and how business people are feeling following that budget speech, I'm speaking now to the Cape Chamber of Commerce's President Jacques Mortlock. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me start with the fact that there were a couple of positive nuggets, if we can call it that came out of yesterday's budget, like the no increase in fuel levy, the higher than expected tax revenue collections. Are you optimistic after what you heard yesterday?
The Cape Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we believe that there is some optimism. Things towards the end of the year most probably will look up a little bit. But we were a little bit disappointed in the fact that there weren't more dedicated outcomes with regards to small business and micro businesses. The budget addresses a lot of issues, but at too slow a pace to address the unemployment levels in this country.
I'm glad you mentioned the unemployment levels, because we heard the finance minister also talking about how many of the jobs that were lost due to the pandemic and then further worsened by the unrest that we saw in July last year in parts of the country like KwaZulu-Natal, that these jobs may never return, that it's simply too late, and that's why the focus now is on building investor confidence, on getting the private sector to help in job creation to grow the economy. Do you also believe that the jobs that we lost, it's gone, it won't return? Or do you believe that there is some hope and what more needs to be done?
I think business kind of have the ability to bounce back. So we believe that some of those jobs may be returned or saved, but there needs to be quite a change in the way government and business think. Firstly, we need to work more closely together, proper dialogue. Secondly, government needs to invest in infrastructure where it's required or to enable business to grow. So where business could potentially employ more people, that's where the infrastructure should be built. So in a nutshell, yes, business will bounce back, and with the help of the private as well as the public sector working together, we do believe that we will get there.
Thank you very much. That was Jacques Mortlock, the president of the Cape Chamber of Commerce, and the chamber represents over 1,500 businesses. And Jacques explained to me a little earlier that over the years it has really diversified and grown to not only represent corporates here in Cape Town, but also those small to medium businesses. And from what we've heard over the last couple of days, not only from the finance minister, but also from President Cyril Ramaphosa, there is that prioritization by government now into investing in infrastructure. And a little earlier this week we heard from the head of infrastructure South Africa. He was talking about how South Africa is going to need a further boost of about 598 billion rand annually, and that's just to fund some of those big infrastructure projects as set out in the National Development Plan. But really what we need more of is that investment by private sector into job creation, infrastructure, and also in helping to boost small and medium businesses like the ones Jacques mentioned.
All right, Monique, thank you so much. Monique Mortlock is on the ground in Cape Town getting reaction from ordinary Capetonians.